All right, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you again for joining us for the Phi Theta Kappa Scholarship Admissions Webinar at Tulane School of Professional Advancement. My name is Ann Conlon. I work in admissions and recruitment here at Tulane School of Professional Advancement. We like to call it SoPA. I've been with SoPA for just about 5 years, and I love what I do. I love meeting prospective students, helping get them through the application process. And I particularly really admire and love working with Phi Theta Kappa students. So thank you again. Actually, in the chat, if you all don't mind, just putting your name and where you're calling in from. I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana currently. And also your program of interest. Okay. So here at Tulane SoPA, we are one of the 10 schools that make up Tulane University. So as you can see in this graphic, we have the School of Professional Advancement, that's us, but Tulane, we're a private university based in New Orleans. Private university, that means we don't have in-state or out-of-state tuition. Tuition is the same for anyone regardless of state. So we have many well-known schools at Tulane, like our School of Medicine, School of Law. At this time, the School of Professional Advancement is the only school at Tulane that is offering a PTK scholarship. And that doesn't mean you can always get external scholarships, but we do have a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship here at SoPA, and I'll go into the details about that a bit later. All right, so we are based in New Orleans, Louisiana. Here are some photos of our campus. We do encourage you to visit, especially when you're going to walk across that stage for graduation here in New Orleans. However, although we are based in New Orleans, at SoPA, all of our undergraduate and graduate degrees can be completed online. So you do not need to relocate. We would love to have you visit. That brick building there is on our beautiful Uptown campus, and that's where the SoPA offices are based. And the photo below that is a mural that some of our digital design students created, and that's in our student lounge space. So students can come by, get some coffee with us, and do some homework in a nice environment. You can also see to the bottom left, there is the famous streetcar of New Orleans, and that's rolling along St. Charles Avenue. So it's a really beautiful campus. But again, we have all the degrees can be completed online. So here's an example of what your diploma will look like when you graduate with us. So we're Tulane program, Tulane faculty, and a Tulane degree. So just imagine your name across that degree. It's a very special moment. And even the fact that you're here tonight, this is just the beginning. But here at SoPA, we are here to get you graduated and to reach your goals along the way. All right. And thank you, everyone. I see we have a very diverse group of folks from all over the country. This is also one of the beautiful things of PTK. I'm drinking out of my PTK mug that I got at PTK Catalyst last year. So maybe I've had the chance to meet you already, and hopefully we can meet in person next spring. All right, so tonight I'm going to cover the following: our programs and faculty, the learning experience at SoPA, our student support and success team, and tuition, affordability, and flexibility. All right, so let's just get into it regarding our PTK scholarship. So the PTK scholarship, we have an undergraduate gap scholarship to help fill the gaps between tuition, mandatory fees. All right, I'm just letting some more folks into the waiting room. Welcome, everyone. I'm sorry if you were stuck in the waiting room a bit there. We just got started. Thank you for joining. All right, so we really just did the introductions, and now let's talk about our PTK scholarship. So this gap scholarship, this can amount to $3,000. So $1,500 for 1 year and $1,500 for the following year. In addition to the gap scholarship, so the gap scholarship is for undergraduate degrees. We also, after that gap scholarship of $3,000 total, PTK students qualify for 20% off of tuition on undergraduate and graduate courses for your lifetime at Tulane SoPA. So to have that PTK scholarship, 20% off of tuition, which I'll get into a bit later. And that applies to our undergraduate degrees and our graduate degrees. So at any point in your life, even once you finish your undergrad, or if you're looking for graduate programs right now, we honor that PTK scholarship because we know what incredible students you all are, and we want to help be part of your success in the future. All right, so here is a list of our bachelor's degrees. The bachelor's degrees, and we will have time for questions. You can put some questions in the chat, but I probably won't be able to address them until a bit later once we get through this, but please feel free to put questions there and we'll get to it. Here's a list of our bachelor's degrees. So at Tulane SoPA, as we are one of the schools of Tulane, but our programs are focused on they're career oriented. So we have a lot of folks who want to advance in their career changers. We have folks who are, just out of high school who start with us, but we also have many students of many ages, and it's part of what makes our school beautiful. And we really have structured our programs to focus on career and flexibility, because many of our students are working adults. We know you're busy, you want to finish the degree, and we want to help you along the way. So we have our business and leadership studies program. We have a bachelor's degree in human resources and organizational behavior and management studies. And so organizational behavior and management studies, that's a lot of business elements. So folks who are interested in a business bachelor's degree, that is a great option for you. We also have our well-renowned emergency and security studies program. We have a bachelor's in Homeland Security Studies. That's one of our oldest programs. It's a wonderful program. Our general legal studies program, we have a bachelor's degree. Many of our students go on to law school, or they're just prepared to work as a paralegal. Thank you. Give me a minute to take a sip. So we also have our humanities and social sciences program. We have a bachelor's in humanities. So those are the arts, literature, poetry, history. Our social sciences, also similar to humanities. There's, literature, history, political science, cultural studies. We also have an IT program. We have a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Our kinesiology program, we have a bachelor's degree in exercise science and health and wellness. And then we have our media and design program, which includes a bachelor's degree in digital design, digital media and marketing communications, and public relations. Within digital design, you study both graphic design and interactive design, or you can focus on one. You can also see we have some post-professional certificates, but they are not the full bachelor's degree, but you can see that in blue on the screen. We also have post-baccalaureate certificates. Those are for folks who already have a bachelor's degree and want to learn a different skill. All right. As I was saying earlier, our PTK scholarship applies to master's degrees as well. So at any point in your life or right now, we have fantastic master's degrees for you to consider. We have the Master of Science in Cybersecurity Management, Masters in Emergency Management, Homeland Security Studies, Information Technology Management, Sports Studies, Liberal Arts, Master of Public Administration, a Master of Arts in Teaching. That degree is focused more on classroom teachers. And then we have those, a number of Master of Education in Equity-Centered Education Leadership, Learning Experience Design, Special Education, and Teaching English Learners. I also would like to point out, we have accelerated master's degrees at SoPA. So any of the bachelor's degrees that we have in your last semesters with us, you could start taking graduate level coursework in one of the master's programs. So this would fast track you to be able to complete one of these master's degrees within depending on how quickly you want to do it, a year or so upon getting your bachelor's degree. In addition to the full master's degrees, we also have graduate certificates. And I'm not going to read them all because there are quite a number of them. Graduate certificates, though, are a great option. They're only 4 courses. And I should say all of them are 4 courses except one, which is in the IT program, Cyber Technology Fundamentals, which is 6 courses. And that's a really exciting certificate as well, because those are for folks who want to get into IT and cyber, but they don't have a IT background or computer science background. And that program is a bridge program. It would prepare you to do the full master's degree in IT or cybersecurity. But all of them are, besides that one, are 4 courses, and you can learn a very interesting skill. And again, everything is online. And we've been doing online for a long time, well before COVID. And I'll talk a bit about the learning experience at SoPA. So yes, we are all online. However, for undergraduate degrees, we also have in-person classes. If that's something you're interested in, we would love to have you go to our in-person classes. However, we've structured all the courses to be taken online. And many of the times our online courses are what we call asynchronous. So instead of meeting every week at a certain time, you may meet once a month on Zoom with your class. And throughout that month, you'll be, working on assignments and engaging with classmates in our online learning platform called Canvas. And we have fantastic faculty, and our online course developers who work with us in-house they work with each faculty and make these really engaging online courses. And we do find, again, that we do pride ourselves in being flexible, and we do find online learning to be a wonderful option for our students who are very busy with life. And so we're happy to share that. Here's some examples of interactive learning at SoPA. For example, in our emergency management program, one of our courses, they've created, you work with your classmates in the metaverse, and there are emergency scenarios that you need to work together to solve, come up with solutions. So it's very engaging. You're not just flipping through a PowerPoint. We also, many of our faculty utilize, making a podcast or having a recording of their lecture. And that way, on your way to work, or if you're taking a walk, you can put on your headphones and listen to that and be on your way. So we try to engage all different types of learners here at SoPA. We also have a fantastic student support and success team. Even from right this moment, with you being here tonight, this is the first step. This is the beginning of becoming part of the Tulane SoPA family, because from the admissions process, we're here to help you and support you. And once you become a student with us, you will have a dedicated academic advisor who you will meet with by Zoom, and you can talk about your goals, and your advisor will help map out your academic journey with us. We also have that expert faculty with industry experience. Since we do focus, we know the importance of career, and that's why many of our programs are the way they are. And our faculty who teach these programs, they have full-time jobs, but they love our students, and so they teach with us and share their real-world experience. So these aren't just professors who have just been, in theory and not in real-world practice. Our faculty stand out in that regard. You also are part of the Tulane network and Tulane alumni. And I'm not sure how many of you are, how familiar you may be with Tulane, but Tulane is a well-renowned university. And we have incredible alumni and incredible current students, and you would be one of them. We also have a career advisor, and she's wonderful. She'll meet with you. She'll help you with your resume, LinkedIn. She has webinars about various career advice. She posts job listings, and also our faculty, they have those career connections as well. So a lot of times our career advisor and program directors are sharing job opportunities and internship opportunities with our students. And also you can see one of our students, well, now she's an alum, but Emma said, my professors at Tulane SoPA were genuinely invested in my success. Smaller classes allowed me to build connections with the coolest and most creative people who are always willing to help. All right. We also pride ourselves in being a transfer-friendly school. And here you can see a sort of breakdown, and actually, we'll get into it, but these numbers might have to be slightly updated. So you can transfer up to 60 credits with us, and we want you to get those 60 credits. Once we get your transcript, we'll evaluate and match them to courses here at Tulane. So you'll come in with 60 credits, and you'll be able to earn your undergraduate degree faster and for less money. Also, as a thank you for joining tonight, your application fee will be waived. There's no code or anything like that. I'm tracking folks' attendance tonight, and I will do that on the back end, where your fee will be waived. When you click submit, it won't ask you to pay an application fee. We also have a dedicated transfer student advisor, and of course, there are many opportunities for additional scholarships and discounts. We also have something called credit for prior learning. And credit for prior learning awards academic credit for real life and work experience that you may have. For example, if you've been, working at a nonprofit organization and you write grants, you're a grant writer, or you would come in and we have a grant writing class. So you would work with our assessment coordinator and create a portfolio demonstrating how you already have the knowledge of this class. And then you would get the credits for that course. So it saves you time and money. This can also be examination, or if you have foreign language assessment, military training. So we want you, to be on your way and to award that real life experience you'll be coming in with. Oh, sorry, not sure. Oh, okay. Affordability. All right, I do see here it's spring 2025 that was me. I didn't change it to 2025, but these are correct numbers for spring 2025. It's hard to believe it's going to be 5, but here we go. So affordability, we encourage all students to fill out the FAFSA. When you're a student with us, you're assigned a financial aid counselor through Tulane's Office of Financial Aid. So they would work with you in all things financial aid. We also have that credit for prior learning opportunity I talked about just before. We have that transfer student scholarship of $1,500. When I go over the application deadlines, I'll talk a bit about the early enrollment scholarship, get you a couple $100 off your first semester if you enroll in courses early. And then we have that $3,000 PTK gap scholarship. All right. Again, oh, this is a bad typo because, and actually I'm just gonna maybe change it right here. But so for spring 2025, it's not per credit, per course. So one course is 3 credits, and that is $1,540. And actually, give me 1 minute because I would like to just change that, because it's per course. You know what? And 2025. Thank you for your patience with this. All right, let's get back to it. All right. So for one class, it's $1,540 for PTK members. So that's taking in that 20% tuition discount. But again, you also have that PTK gap scholarship, transfer student scholarship. The graduate tuition for PTK members with that 20% discount is $2,990 per course. And again, classes are 3 credits each. All right, we encourage you to apply now. We have rolling admission. Our application is pretty straightforward. There is an application fee, but again, as a thank you for joining us tonight, that will be automatically waived, and there's no code for that. And on your application, you would just need to upload a government issued ID, so that'd be a driver's license, a state ID, a passport, and then also sending your transcripts electronically from previous institutions that you've attended. And again, we want those transcripts, and we can start the transfer process of getting you all those transfer credits with us. All right. We also have early enrollment discount. So $200 off for undergraduate students and $500 for graduate students. This is an incentive to register for classes early. We have rolling admission at SoPA. So for example, you could even apply for fall 2025. We have that open, but our next deadline is for our spring semester, and that is January 1st. Classes typically start the third week of January. And the early enrollment deadline for the spring semester is December 1st. So what that means is if you want to start with us in spring, we encourage you to apply now. We would get you accepted. And then if you register for classes by December 1st, you'll get that $200 or $500 off your first semester. We also have a summer semester. That deadline for the application is May 1st. The early enrollment deadline for that is April 25th. And then our fall semester, the deadline to apply for fall 2025 is August 1st. And the early enrollment deadline is July 15th. All right. And I thank you so much for joining us tonight. At the bottom of the screen here is my boss, Sheila Gold. She's the Assistant Dean of Admission and Recruitment here at Tulane SoPA. Sadly, she wasn't able to join us tonight, but Sheila, I'll put this in the chat. She loves talking to students. If you have questions about anything, you can email her. I'll also put my name and email in the chat. I'm more than happy to help. And also, yes, we will be sharing this recording by email. So tomorrow you'll receive a follow-up email from us with a link to this recording. All right, and I'm just looking at the chat here. Everything. Oh, yes. So yes, if you, again, because we are online, we do have in-person classes if that's what you're looking for, but all our undergrad degrees and certificates are online. Graduation, nobody is required to travel here to New Orleans for graduation. But if you are able, and if that's something you want to do, we would be more than happy to have you walk across the stage. Actually, here's a photo on the screen of some of our students from graduation just 2 years ago. So it's a very exciting day, but even if you aren't able to attend, our goal is to get you graduated, get you a degree, but there's no requirement to come here. All right, yes. Thank you, everyone. Let's see here. We do not have a Master of Psychology, unfortunately. Bachelor of Science, yes. All of our programs are accredited. So our Bachelor of Science degrees are accepted by medical schools. Yes, and to be pre-med, you would work with your advisor to inform them that you would like to be pre-med. And those Bachelor of Science, many of our students who have gone on to medical school, they have graduated with us with a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science. So that's a very popular program that we have. All right, it looks like I don't see any more questions, but again, I put my contact information in the chat. Sheila Gold, the Assistant Dean of Admission and Recruitment. Her contact information is on the slide here. And again, I want to thank you all for joining. me tonight and taking time out of your busy days to learn about our programs. And you'll be receiving an email tomorrow with a link to this recording. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.